ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु आनो दिवो बृहतः पर्वतादा सरस्वती यजतागन्तु यज्ञम् वाग्देव्यै नमः। Till now, we have recited the collection of different shlokas related to Jnana Yoga. The very Jnana Yoga demands the discrimination power between the good and bad, as well as how to be unattached with the situations. One of the shloka among them, Ragadvesha vijuktaistu vishayan indriyaischaran atmavashyair vidheyatma prasadam adhigacchati. The last word says prasadam adhigacchati. How one can attain the peace of mind. So every day before we start the recitation of Bhagavad Gita shlokas, we listen to the instructions. Let us calm the mind, quiet the mind, let us feel the silence. Every day we used to listen to these words, but are we experiencing that kind of the peace of mind? So what are the inherent characteristics to reach that state of peace of mind? Or how one can attain that prasada? Prasada means simply a peace of mind. So this shloka says, Ragadvesha viyuktaistu vishayan indriyaischaran. Whenever you are attached with the situations, whenever you are attached with any person or anything or the status or the money, all this will certainly lead to dukkha, sufferings only. We never try to understand the inherent qualities of the situation, because always the situation, no doubt, raga and dvesha, the attraction, the attachment as well as the hatredness. So if you are a third person, if you can analyze the situation without any attachment, if you can become the third person without the either side, then one can attain this peace of mind. Once it happened, there was a very rich man. He would like to have peace of mind, but he was looking everywhere. He went all the person, then none of them taught him how to get that peace of mind. Then somebody told, there is a great Mullah Nasruddin, he was a great Jnani, he can give you the wonderful peace of mind, so please go and approach him. Then this fellow, whatever he had, the great asset called that rich person, had lot of diamonds. He had filled all the diamonds in a bag. So if I can get the peace of mind with Mullah, so that I can offer all these diamonds. Then slowly, one day he approached and he asked first Mullah, please show me the way, or please make me experience what is that peace of mind. Because I have got lot of wealth, I have got the prasiddhi, I have got the status, position in the society. Whatever to be achieved in this materialistic world, I have achieved everything, but I could not able to experience that peace of mind. I could not experience what is that ananda is. Then Mullah, keenly observing him towards that bag, and without his awareness, he snatched the bag and started running. Mullah was very much familiar with the every street of that city, so that he can run in all the nook and corner of that city. He started shouting, "Thief, thief, thief, catch hold him." All the people running behind Mullah as well as this rich man. But no one can catch him. Ultimately, Mullah could able to run for a long time. Then ultimately, they came back to the same original place where both met together. And whenever they met together, this rich man somehow got that diamond bag back and told, "Finally, I got my asset, what I had, that vajras or the diamonds." Then at that moment, Mullah told, "Did you experience the peace of mind?" "Yes." "How?" But he could not explain, but he can experience that. Then Mullah told, "See, before you come into this situation, you had the diamond with you only. During that time, you were unable to experience what that peace of mind is. And after coming here, you are telling that you are experiencing everything. Then why couldn't you experience previously, and how it is possible now?" But he was answerless. He could not explain what is happening, the process or the mechanism, what it is taking place here. Then he told, whenever you are attached with something, whenever you recognize with something, then we can't experience what we have. That inner bliss or the happiness is not lies somewhere else, but it is within you only. If the diamond would have given the happiness, then previously also you would have enjoyed this. But now you are experiencing because of that inner bliss within you. And you try to attach with the diamonds, because of that you could not experience. So there are two factors here. The sukha or the ananda lies beyond the santosha as well as asantosha. Means happiness as well as unhappiness. Whenever you come across the situation called unhappiness, you can feel the happiness. Whenever you are in the happiness, you are always trying to suffer yourself. So the sukha or the ananda or the bliss, which is lies beyond the happiness as well as unhappiness. If we can be the witness for these two situations, then really we can experience what ananda is, what bliss is. Very simple, one more example. You might have come across this situation many times in your homes. You just imagine husband and wife are quarreling together. The husband is standing the opposite to the kitchen door. The wife is standing nearby kitchen door and husband is towards the opposite door. Then the wife has got anger. She wanted to hit him or beat him, but she could not physically do it. So what she has done, she took one of the instrument from the kitchen, like whatever we serve, sar, sambar, kabji. She about to throw that towards his husband, her husband. Then there are two situations. If that apparatus or the instruments hits the husband, the wife will be happy. If he cleverly misses the situation, then husband will be happy. If you can able to see the situation, the happiness lies in that side, then we can be happy. Or otherwise, if you attach to the situations, you undergo both the situation. Like you will be happy if you are with the husband, or if you are unhappy if you are with the wife. If you go beyond these two situations, happiness as well as unhappiness, you can be, if you are the witness, you can be happy, so that you can silently watch the situation and you can enjoy the situation. So the bliss or the happiness or the peace of mind lies in non-owning everything. So this is the lesson that shloka teaches. Ragadvesha vijiktaiftu vishayan indriyashcharan, because all our sense organs driven outside only, and they are attracted by these situations. These panchendriyas are always goes behind their own interested objects. So once you can restrain these sense organs by the external objects, so we can be happy. Prasadam adhigacchati. So this is the way one can be happy, by non-attaching to the situations, go beyond the happiness as well as the unhappiness. The very simple thing, whenever you recognize yourself with the I-ness, and whenever you have the desires, that peace cannot be attained. Many times I have told this example. A man went to sannyasi and he told, I want peace, a very simple sentence. And that sannyasi replied, you try to find out the peace already which is within you. What is the way? You split these words. You just remove the word I. I means the ego, the concept of ahankara, wherever you recognize with everything in the world. So once you come out of the concept of ego, I-ness, then what remains? Want peace. Then you remove the want, the desires. I want that, I want this, I want bangla, I want money, I want car, I want status, I want position. You remove this, all your desires, wantings. Then what remains? The peace remains. Until and unless we overcome the concept of I as well as our desires, the peace cannot be attained. The peace can only be experienced when you go beyond the situations of the ego or as well as the desires. So this is what the shloka gives the message. Once you become the master over all the sense organs, then prasadam adhigacchati. This is the way one can attain the mental peace, tranquility and the silence. So let us chant to attain the peace of mind for the welfare of the universe. As well as yesterday and day before yesterday we have chanted Mahamrityunjaya mantra for recovery of the ill health of Swami Dayananda Saraswati. He has been the master to taught lot of Vedantic concept in this campus since long time. He is under severe condition. Let us pray the God to recover from his ill health by chanting 11 times Mahamrityunjaya mantra all together. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandhanam Pratyur Mokshiyamamritahat.
Oh
श्रियमामृतात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः।